What is going on, people? So AEW Dynamite week commencing May the 16th. So your rundown, and then Rampage for the week after. As you know, England, we don't get the week, we get the week prior. We don't get the new week of AEW Rampage. So it starts off, I got a cough by the way. Okay, this video is going to feature a cough. So it starts with Samoa Joe versus Johnny Elite. I was like, who's Johnny Elite? John Morrison, he's back. So he's in AEW. Good to see him there. Hopefully he stays. Really good match between these two. John Morrison hit some high spots. But it's going to get Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is a bit of a monster here. And it was a really good match. But in the end, Samoa Joe won. But he has this running feud with Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt and Singh, who came down and started beating him down. But then the best friends came down with chairs to assist Joe, so it was good to see. Then CM Punk comes out to do some commentary. Obviously, the place goes mad, CM Punk. And then the next match we have is Takasha. I think that's how you pronounce his name, versus Hangman Adam Page. Good match, definitely solid match. Hangman and Adam Page going back and forth with counters, etc. In the end, Hangman hits the buckshot lariat, and then actually uses the GTS go to sleep from CM Punk's arsenal. So it was very interesting to see. And he got the win, and then had a stare off afterwards, but nothing happened. Then the next match was Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee versus some guys. It was quite funny because in the beginning of the match, obviously the crowd saying, "Oh, bask in his glory" for Keith Lee. But the guy, I think it's Double J, JD, Double J, whatever his name is, he pushed Keith Lee. He's like, "Nah, forget all that. Let's get to work." I will say the MVP of this match was definitely Swerve Strickland. He is brilliant. I think he's one of my best on AEW. His counters, his moves, he is awesome. There's a lot of high hopes for him. I could see him becoming TNT champion and potentially AEW world champion. He's got it all going on. So anyway, they won the match, Swerve and Keith Lee. And then basically after the match was over, Hobbs and Ricky Starks came out because Swerve and Keith Lee were saying they want the tag team titles, a title shot. Ricky came out and Hobbs came out with like, you haven't dealt with us yet. We want them before you. No. And then Christian and Team Jungle came out and said, hey, we'll give you a freeway title shot at Double or Nothing. But then he wants Ricky, Swerve and Jungle Boy in a freeway match. So we'll see what happens there. Then it was MJF and Wardlow. So Wardlow had to get 10 lashes from MJF. So he got 10 lashes. I'm not sure what else you want me to say. Crowd were cheering him, and then he got hit with a low blow and then beat down and hit in the ring with his pinky ring. Wardlow got hit in the head with MJF's pinky ring. It was just a beat down. That was it really. Then it was Kyle O'Reilly versus Ray Phoenix. Really good match. High spot in here. Ray Phoenix was walking across the rope and then hit a hurricane runner onto the floor. That was solid. Go and watch it. I haven't seen it already. But in the end, O'Reilly won by submission. So that was a good match. Then the BCC, the Black Ball Combat Club, was out there going back and forth with the Jericho Appreciation Society. Basically, Jericho was just basically berating everybody on the BCC. Everybody just calling them out, saying how William Regal needs to go to rehab just like John Moxley, saying how Bryan Danielson will turn into a druggie if he hangs with him. So basically, it seems like at Double or Nothing, it's going to be a 5-on-5 street fight match. So that's what's going to happen. So we'll see what happens there. Then we had Britt Baker versus Matty. She came out singing and stuff like that. But in the end, Britt Baker won that. So it was a good match. Then Serena comes out, calls out Dustin Rhodes, because Dustin Rhodes is basically saying how Thunder Rose is going to win if them two face off. And she was really bitter about that. And she goes to Dustin, you know where I've come from. You should know better. You know what I mean? So she let him know her thoughts. And then Serena came down. Then Thunder Rosa came down, got beat down. Then in the main event, Adam Cole Bay versus Jeff Hardy. This is for the qualifying of the Owen Hart tournament. Wait. And then really good match between the two, but really Jeff Hardy was banged up from his match last week against Darby Allin, which was a brawl and matches and weapons and everything, fire, flames, everything involved. So in the end, Adam Cole lowered the boom and won the match. And then basically Sting came down with Darby Allin, the Elite came down, Rick Dragon, everyone came down, and there was a massive brawl. But in the end, the Elite got the upper hand. And it looks like they might have damaged Sting's leg, so that might mean Sting might be out for a little while. So see what happens there. So then we go into Rampage for the week prior, okay? So Death Triangle versus Butcher and the Blade and one member of Private Party. Really good match, but Death Triangle won. And when they won, House of Black turned up and then vanished. So that basically seems like they're interested in the match. Then we had Shawn Spears versus some guy. Shawn Spears won, squash match. That's that. Guy was pretty big, but Shawn Spears won. Then we had Rio versus Ruby Soho. Really good match. Obviously, the two can go. But in the end, Soho won. And then in the main event, we had Scorpio Sky versus Kazarian. Really good match. Awesome counters, back and forth, back and forth. They used to be in the SCU, so there's a lot of respect there. It was an awesome match. But then Ethan Page came down with Lambert. They distracted the ref. Ethan Page hits Kaz with the title, which then led to Scorpio Sky getting the win. But Scorpio Sky didn't see what happened because he was sort of incapacitated at one point. Then he basically asked the guys, "What did you do? Did you get yourself involved?" Ethan Page goes, "Yes, I got involved." And then we thought it'd be a fallout, but then, long and behold, Scorpio Sky turns around and hits Kazarian with the title, confirming his heel status. So now it was a good both Rampage and Dynamite. Really good viewing. Go and watch it. I haven't seen it already. Definitely say to go and watch it. But like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'm out.